Is the momentum from gold gone? Is the bullish run over? Oh, gold is dropping hard. Come on, guys, how far do I have to zoom in for you to see that gold is bullish? There is no end to the momentum. I get this comment all the time. I hear this from a lot of people. It's either a text message on Telegram, or it's an SMS, or on Messenger, sometimes one-to-one, face-to-face. And as soon as I hear this message, I know the trader's experience level. And it goes something like this. Is the momentum from gold gone? Is the bullish run over? Oh, gold is dropping hard. Come on, guys, how far do I have to zoom in for you to see that gold is bullish? There is no end to the momentum. Yes, we get pullbacks, we get retracements, we get corrections, but it doesn't mean the momentum is gone. We've had 6 or 7 all-time highs already just this year alone. So just looking at the chart, what do you think? Do you see something I don't see? Do you know something I don't know? Is the bullish run finished? Is the momentum gone? I don't think so. And that's what we'll look at in this video. As well, we'll take a quick look at Bitcoin to see how cryptocurrencies are doing. And of course, just remember that I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA, and this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. It is up to you to use good risk management and to manage your own account. And I'm just sharing my opinion here. There's no guarantees of gains or losses on your investments. And regarding the news, all we need to do is have a quick look at the chart. Forexfactory.com, as you can see, being the last week of February 2025, there's not much on the schedule. And that's great because it's really been a wild and crazy month, hasn't it? So much news going on. But we just got the general regular items that we usually see, nothing to be extremely concerned about. Of course, you need to check forexfactory.com on a regular basis, but be sure and check for your local times as well. And jumping over at the charts and just looking at the trade setups that I shared with you last week, we look at the profit and loss that we had from those trades. And this is gold, starting off with XAU USD. I had a buy limit at 28.70, and this first yellow arrow here you see is on Monday, and it never even came down, never even thought about getting down to the pending order to our support level. It just took off like a rocket. But if you had got in the beginning, you saw that move starting on Monday, you could have made up to 700 pips or a little bit more than that by the end of the session on Thursday, where again we reached a new all-time high of 29.54. And this other yellow arrow, which I'll point out to you for the time being, this is the previous Monday. This is 2 weeks ago, and this is again where the Asian Pacific market opened and gold just took off like a rocket. So that's what we're starting to see, whereas typically it has been the case of when the Asian Pacific market opens, they will follow what gold was doing. Here it was the U.S. session closed on the Friday bearish, but Asian market opened and it just took off bullish. And the same thing happened here last week. On Friday, the U.S. market closed bearish, very bearish, but then when the Asian market opened, it took off bullish. So, you know, the market changes and we have to be able to adapt to those changes. So I'm just alerting you to what's going on the last couple of weeks, and we could see the same thing happen on this upcoming Monday. But I'll share that with you in my pending orders. So going on with the trades that we had last week, we had the Euro US, and with that Euro US we had a buy limit, and it executed on Tuesday. It went the wrong direction for a little bit halfway through the week, and then finally on Thursday continued its bullish run, which we've been seeing for the past 3 weeks, and got up to 44 pips profit. And then the odd US, there was a buy limit on the odd US, and on the Monday it did not even come close, but towards the end of the week on Thursday it got a little bit closer, and if you saw that move you could have got a few pips out of that one, but the pending order did not open. And then on the New Zealand US, And there was also, of course, a buy limit on the New Zealand US, and that one opened on the Tuesday, went just a little bit below the pending order, and then turned really good on Thursday for 75 pips profit. And then the pound US, that one did not come close to our pending order. It just took off. Would have been a good trade if you'd have got in that early in the week, but the pending order did not execute. The USD CAD was a good one, a sell limit. I gave you 2 potential pending orders. It did hit the first one. Okay, the first pending order opened. It went a little bit the wrong direction, started towards that second pending order, but then came good for a close on Thursday of 44 pips. And then our cash cow for the week was the UJ. And with the UJ, unfortunately, the pending order was just a little bit too far away. It did not execute, but the USD JPY did follow its bearish trend. And if you had got in when you saw this Tokyo opening on Monday, it went down, it came up a little bit, then made a really big drop on Thursday and also on Friday, and you could have got 340 pips out of that one. A really big move on the UJ. And now looking at our pending orders, but before I share those with you, of course, I always like to look at the indexes. And this is the DXY, the US dollar index, which is the US dollar compared with 6 major currencies. And you can see, as I've been saying for all of this year, that the US dollar is losing strength. It continues to weaken, and we're going to see more of that in the upcoming weeks and months ahead. And so that's the reason I am bullish on the US pairs and bearish on the UJ and the USD CAD. Then the JPY basket. As I was saying last week, this was a sideways movement, but I was expecting to see continuing strength of the Japanese yen, and boy did we see that, especially on Friday. What a big move by the Japanese yen. So obviously it pays to be bearish on the UJ. Now let's go back and look at crypto first of all. Bitcoin made a big move. It's been very boring for the last several weeks, trading in a sideways market, just up and down, mostly between 95,000 and 100. But we had a really big move midweek here started on Wednesday, then Thursday, and Friday it fell down a little bit, but we got up to 99,000 and change. So it's just comforting to know, I guess, if you're a Bitcoin hodler, that we're staying between that 95 and 100,000 range. But everybody knows we're going to see higher prices in Bitcoin. It's just a matter of time as they start to implement their policies in the US and we get more global acceptance. So now let's jump over and see what everybody wants to see, and that's the pending orders that I have in place for you for this upcoming week. The Euro US, of course, is a buy limit, and the entry price is at 1.0440, and that's our support line here that you see. It was resistance, became support, and so just let it retrace a little bit more to that level, and then we will be long on the Euro US. And then the AUD US, also a buy limit on that one with the entry price at 0.6335. That was resistance, became support, so let that one retrace back to our support level, and then we'll be long on the AUD US. Then the New Zealand US is the same, buy limit with the entry price at 0.5710. That was resistance, became support, so let that one retrace a little bit, and we'll be long on the New Zealand US. Then the pound US, also a buy limit. This one is a little bit far away. You could actually have your pending order a little bit higher, but I didn't want to be too close to that. So keep your eyes on the pound US. It's definitely bullish. My buy limit is here at this yellow line, which was resistance and has now become support, although it appears to be a little bit far away. Whether or not it will retrace, correct, or pull back that far, I'm not quite sure. But that line there, that support level is 1.2575. You could put a pending order a little bit closer to that at this support level here, but that might be too close. That one is at 1.2621. So in that range, which was sideways during the week, in that range, expect the GBP USD to again turn bullish and go for higher prices. Then the USD CAD, oh my goodness, look at that, sinking, finally. I have a sell limit on that one, let it retrace just a little bit, okay, and the entry price is 1.4242. And then the UJ, So many things I can say on the UJ. It's just go short, okay? Just sell the UJ. All right, you can either, market execution is fine, okay? It might come back against you just a little bit, but it's very likely to continue its bearish run. Now I have two possibilities if you want to place a pending order, and the first one is at 149.50 and the second one is 149.90, okay? But definitely a sell limit. And you see back here where this is when the market opened last week, there was no retracement, no correction. It just started dropping. Okay, it did come back during the week, but then continued down. So, and this is quite typical actually with the USD JPY, because the first markets to open are New Zealand, Australia, and then Tokyo. So it's one of the first trading markets to open on Monday morning. So that's why we oftentimes see that. So a market execution is just fine. You're not going to get much of a pullback or a drawdown, I should say. You're not going to get much of a drawdown if you do market execution on the UJ on Monday morning with the opening of the markets. Or you can be safe, put your sell limit at one of these or put two sell limits. And finally, looking at AXU USD gold. It was a pretty crazy week. We had a big move up in the beginning of the week, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday it started to go sideways. So the pending order that I have in place for this upcoming week is a buy limit between 29.17 and 29.29. We have resistance at 29.54, then we have major support at 28.80. But I'm looking at us trading between these two support levels that we have here. First one is 29.17, where we did reach on Friday and also reached nearly that earlier in the week. And then also we have support at 29.29. But remember that it might not come back to our retracement zone. It might not come back to our pullback, to our pending order when the Asian Pacific market opens, because what we've been seeing the last couple of weeks is that once the Asian Pacific market opens, it just turns immediately bullish. So be aware of that. However, if we should start to see a pullback during the Asian market, then that could come down to 29.29 or even lower to 29.17. So that is where I have my two pending orders, is in that zone. Okay, everybody, that wraps up this final week of February 2025, the weekly analysis for gold and Forex. And I hope that these trade setups that I share with you will help you to be profitable. And if you have found this video by accident, you just stumbled upon it, and you're interested in trading, I do have a free trading course that will help you to get started. It's a 10-video tutorial that will help you to set up the foundation and find out for yourself whether or not Forex is a good fit for you. Absolutely free. Just message me at Telegram at rickrayfx. I hope you have a great week wherever you are in the world. I wish you all the best with your trading. And don't forget, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'll see you in the next video.